Welcome back to Daily English for Difficult Moments. Today we are talking about a situation that everyone experiences apologizing.
Yes, today's topic is how to apologize naturally in English.
Apologizing can feel uncomfortable because we do not want to sound too dramatic, too cold, or unnatural.
Exactly. Some people say too much, some people say too little, and sometimes a simple sorry is not enough.
The good news is that apologies in English can be simple. You do not need a speech. You need the right tone and the right phrase.
That is the key idea today. A natural apology is clear, honest, and respectful.
Let's start with the most basic phrase, I'm sorry about that.
This phrase is useful for small problems. Maybe you were late, maybe you forgot something, or maybe you made a small mistake.
For example, I'm sorry about that. I didn't see your message.
Or, I'm sorry about that. I thought the meeting was at 3.
That sounds natural because it is short, clear, and not too emotional.
Yes, for everyday situations, short and honest is usually better than long and dramatic.
Although sometimes people apologize like they are in a movie. I am deeply sorry for the tragedy of forgetting the milk.
Very dramatic. The milk may forgive you, but your roommate may still want breakfast.
Another very useful phrase is, that was my mistake.
This is a strong and responsible phrase. It means you accept that you made the mistake.
For example, that was my mistake. I sent the wrong file.
Or, that was my mistake, I misunderstood the instructions.
I like this phrase because it does not sound weak. It actually sounds mature.
Exactly. Taking responsibility is not weakness. It is professional and respectful.
Before we continue, quick listening tip. Try to repeat the apology phrases out loud. The tone is very important.
Yes, the same sentence can sound warm or cold depending on your voice.
Now let's talk about being late. This is one of the most common reasons to apologize.
A natural phrase is, sorry I'm late, thanks for waiting.
That is simple and polite. You apologize and you also thank the person.
For example, sorry I'm late, thanks for waiting, the traffic was terrible.
Another useful phrase is, I'm sorry for the delay.
This phrase is good for messages, emails, work situations, or when someone had to wait.
For example, I'm sorry for the delay. I'll send the document now.
Or, I'm sorry for the delay, thank you for your patience.
That phrase, thank you for your patience, is very useful.
Yes, it sounds professional and respectful. It is better than saying sorry again and again.
That is important. Sometimes people say sorry 5 times and the other person starts feeling uncomfortable.
Exactly, one clear apology plus one solution is usually enough.
Let's talk about another phrase, I didn't mean to.
This phrase means the action was not intentional. You did not want to hurt, confuse, or upset someone.
For example, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Or, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude.
That is a very useful sentence because sometimes our words sound different from what we intended.
Yes, especially in a second language. You may choose a direct word, but you do not mean to be rude.
In that situation, you can say, sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
That is excellent. It tells the person your intention was different.
Now let's talk about fixing the problem. A good apology often includes what you will do next.
Yes, for example, I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it right away.
That is a strong sentence. It gives the other person confidence that you are doing something.
Another phrase is, I'll take care of it.
For example, that was my mistake. I'll take care of it.
This sounds responsible and calm. It is useful at work, in school, or in daily life.
Another phrase is, I'll be more careful next time.
This is useful when you made a mistake and want to show that you learned from it.
For example, I'm sorry I forgot. I'll be more careful next time.
That sounds natural. It is not too dramatic, but it shows responsibility.
Let's talk about apologies in messages or emails.
In writing, it is helpful to be clear and not too emotional.
A simple message could be, "Sorry for the late reply. I was busy today."
Or, sorry for the confusion, let me explain what I meant.
I like that phrase, "Sorry for the confusion." It is useful when something was not clear.
Yes, maybe your message was unclear, or maybe the situation was confusing. This phrase helps reset the conversation.
Another good phrase is, "Let me correct that."
For example, sorry I gave you the wrong number, let me correct that.
That is practical. You apologize and immediately fix the information.
And that is often what people want. They do not need a long apology, they need the problem fixed.
Now, there is one thing to be careful about. Do not use an apology to avoid responsibility.
Right. For example, saying sorry if you felt bad can sound weak or indirect.
A better sentence is, "I'm sorry I said that. It was not okay."
That is clear. You are taking responsibility for your words.
Of course, for B1 learners, the important thing is not to be perfect. The important thing is to be clear and kind.
Exactly. A simple, honest apology is better than a complicated sentence that feels fake.
Let's do a quick practice section.
Situation 1. You are late to meet a friend.
You can say, "Sorry I'm late. Thanks for waiting."
Situation 2. You sent the wrong file at work.
You can say, "That was my mistake. I'll send the correct file now."
Situation 3. Your message confused someone.
You can say, "Sorry for the confusion. Let me explain what I meant."
Situation 4. You interrupted someone by accident.
You can say, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you."
Situation 5. You made a small mistake and want to show you learned from it.
You can say, "I'm sorry about that. I'll be more careful next time."
These phrases are simple, but they work in many real situations.
And remember, a good apology is not only about saying sorry, it is also about showing respect.
Yes, you can apologize, explain briefly, and say what you will do next.
Let's recap the most useful phrases from today.
I'm sorry about that.
"That was my mistake."
I didn't mean to.
"Thanks for your patience."
I'll fix it right away.
"I'll be more careful next time."
Sorry for the confusion.
Today's main idea is simple. A natural apology is short, honest, and respectful.
You do not need perfect English to apologize well. You need clear words and a respectful tone.
That is it for today's daily English for difficult moments. If this helped you, like the video and subscribe for more natural English practice.
Thanks for listening. Practice one apology phrase today, and we will see you in the next episode.